Hey everyone, Zero here. Welcome back to my Philadelphia Union podcast here on the channel. And we're going to talk about the 2020 MLS season, where I think the Union will finish, and a little bit about some of the more of the off-season stuff, and ultimately my prediction. Last year I predicted the Union would finish fourth and win a playoff round, and I was really close to that prediction. The Union ended up finishing third and winning a playoff round before losing in the next round, so very, very close, and hopefully this year they can take a step forward from there. Now, their opening game's tomorrow against FC Dallas in Dallas. It's going to be a tough game on the road. Dallas has some good young players. It could be quite tricky for an opening game to be, on the West, on the road. It's not going to be an easy task for Jim Curtin's side. Now, the Union have added a few players in the offseason. Nothing I'm super excited about. I'd say Orevich is the one I'm most excited about. He's a midfielder, but no attacking players coming in. We've lost Corey Burke, who's loaned out. Marco Fabian gone. Fafa Pico. So we're kind of looking at Trebilco and Montero to be the main guys. Sergio Santos is going to have to take a huge step forward this season, put in goals and assists. He's going to get a lot more playing time, assuming he stays healthy. We need homegrown players like Aronson and McKenzie to take more leaps forward here, especially Aronson. And I expect Anthony Fontana hopefully to get quality minutes this season. I thought he played really well when he did play last season. Of course, he's a homegrown player now, a couple years in. Looking forward to seeing him play more, and I think he can be really good for us if he gets the time. Cole Turner, Jack DeVries have come in. Two more homegrown players, both midfielders. Cole Turner, more of like a defensive midfielder. He could see time. I expect him to see some time in there, depending on who Curtin goes with in that holding midfield spot this year. Most likely Orevich and Martinez will split time there, but again, not sure. So they're in, and Glesnes is in, the defender. Probably butchering his name. I don't know how to pronounce all the new guys' names yet till I hear them in the broadcast, but he's in central defense. He should see time, with McKenzie and Elliott. That adds to our depth there, which is really good to see. He could end up being very vital to our team this season. The East is going to be tough because you got the new team, Miami. They already have star power with Pizarro. They got improvements from Columbus and DC adding star power. New England's added a lot of talent. Cincinnati's added a ton of talent, including Medunjanin, as well as 3 more really good attacking pieces. Cincinnati's going to be an exciting team to watch this year. Those fans have to be pumped. And then Orlando should be better. Montreal with Thierry Henry as their coach. We'll see how they fare. Although I'm not sure that they've added a ton to their team either. The Red Bulls usually rely now on their academy, much like ourselves. Red Bulls lost some key pieces. So that's going to be... I'm not sure where the Red Bulls will finish, actually. They're kind of a wild card team for me. But, we really need to... I'm a little worried about our attack because we lost some attacking pieces, and I don't feel like we don't have as much depth there. We still have Wooten as well, but he didn't score at all last season, and until he starts scoring, I'm just going to consider him just ineffective, He's a forward and he's not scoring, so hopefully he can bag some goals for us, but there's seen no signs of that yet. So we'll see what he does this year. Santos, again, he needs to be taking a step forward. The league knows about Trebilco and Montero now. They're going to be locked in on a little bit more. Probably the best business we did in the offseason was getting Montero on a deal to keep him as a DP, and that's fantastic there to have Montero in and to keep him. Also signing extensions for our captain Alejandro Bedoya, who is a captain personified. So happy to have him for a couple more years. And Trebilco as well is coming in on an extension. So good to have some of our core pieces like that together for a few more years at least. With the good young players we're building up, should be really nice for the future, and hopefully we can continue to improve. I think Curtin needs to improve more still. He really improved as a coach last season, but I think from his standpoint, he needs to get his team to play more aggressive earlier in games. A lot of times we were pushing later in the game, or if we do score early, we would sit back. I think they need to stay aggressive and keep the tempo up. So we'll see how he changes, if he changes his tactics at all. For the most part, they'll be the same as they were last year, hopefully better equipped with some players. Their midfield should be a little more mobile without Medunjanin, but Medunjanin was so good to our team. Our possession stats are going to go down without him. Make no mistake about that. Now, where will we finish? This year, I'm going to say we will finish third place behind Atlanta and NYC FC, and we will make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, so essentially the semifinals. I think the Union take a couple steps forward, win a playoff game on the road, and make it to the Eastern Conference semifinals. So the semifinals of the Cup. Hopefully they go further than that, but that would be a great step forward again for this franchise. Third place, if they finish any higher than that, that's obviously even better, but I don't expect them to finish higher than 30. They finished third last year, and I think it'll be tough for them to get any higher than that this year, unless they sign some really good star player in the summer transfer window. But so that's what I'm going to go with there. Really excited for this season. Lots of good players to watch out for league-wide. New talents coming in. 2 new teams, Inter Miami, and of course Nashville SC over in the West. So new teams to watch, new players. Union got some new players to look out for as well, and youngsters coming up. Really excited for this season to start tomorrow. Fortunately, I can't even watch the opening game live. I'm going to be working during it, of course, so I have to come home and watch it on demand, which I'm not happy about. I just can't figure out the score before I watch the game. It'll ruin it, so I'll be watching it a few hours later than everyone else. But thanks for listening, guys. Really appreciate this. Obviously, this is something a little different for my channel to be doing these podcasts when I do, but I love my Union, and I always will, and I want to share that with you guys and hopefully connect with more fans. Tell me where you think your team will finish if you're listening this season in MLS. It's wide open every year. The great thing about the league is there's so much parity, and you never know where people are going to finish. And just because you don't come in first place in your conference doesn't mean you can't win the cup. You just got to show up in the playoffs. But, higher seeding does matter for these home games in the playoffs. So every game matters. Every game's going to be big. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait. Tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow. Again, thanks for listening, and hope to see you all in the next podcast. Till next time, I'm Zero, and 0 is the number.